I'm muted. It's my bad. I'm muted. I did a cast right there. I'm mute. I was muted. But anyway, people, thank you everybody for tuning in. This is your boy Mo, and this is Never a Foul. This is the Saturday review, as you guys know. And Liverpool, Chelsea, not good enough this morning. Not good enough this morning. An absolutely disappointing game. It was very boring, dull, stale. You can call it whatever, but it was boring. Newcastle draw against Crystal Palace. They did a Man United there. And then we're waiting for the game tomorrow, the big one. It is Arsenal, Man United. But without further ado, there's a lot of people here with me. Thank you, everybody that is here with me. I'm not muted. I'm all right. It's good. It's working. I know that my sound is coming good. But first thing first, let me just run the intro and then we'll come back. And we are back just like this. But listen, I want to talk about the games. I want to talk about everything today. And I'm here. I'm going to go and then see the guests that are here. You can see the results. You can see Liverpool, Chelsea. You can see the live chat. You can see everything. But first thing first, Terrace Cult, Big Steve's brand, down here. Get that code, 15%. It's NAV15. It's absolutely amazing brand. This show is sponsored by it. And then you can get your attire, your apparel there, going to the game. Good. Cass normally shows the stuff, shows what's on the website. You can just go check it out. It's absolutely amazing. You get 15%. But without further ado, the guys are here with me. Cass and Fathur are here. Guys, welcome to the stream.
Damn. Hey, is it just me? Yeah. Am I here? Yeah. Can the people hear me in the chat?
Yes.
They can hear me in the chat. How nervous did Mo sound?
It was lagging.
He was hella nervous, guy.
Yo, he's gonna blame on the lag. I'm not trying to hear it. I'm not trying to hear it. Nah, Fathur.
You were nervous, Mo. You were nervous.
Are you agreeing with me on that one, innit?
I agree. Yeah, he was nervous.
100%, man. Nervous. Hey, he's nerves. He's not even supporting a club. You know whose nerves did hit? It must have hit Deji's because Deji ain't even here yet. Imagine that. Like absolute shit show of Tottenham Hotspur, yeah. You know what? I'm so glad I'm not the host because I can shit talk. See Tottenham Hotspur, bro. See their fans. One loss and they all go disappearing. Go on like they do a disappearing act. It's like what's it called? Who's that magician guy that didn't do that? Done all them things back in the day. I don't even know what his name is. Can't even remember. Something Brown. But yeah, him just do the disappearing acts all the time, man. What's going on? Magicians, man. Too bad that, it don't matter if you go to their ground. You know what they did earlier, Mo? So they had a little protest, didn't it? Brian and that went to the protest, the Anfield protest.
The training session protest.
Like all 27 of them. So, you know what I mean? And he's not going nowhere, Spurs, man. He's here to stay.
I'm sorry, I was at the game, but I missed that. Oh, 27, you said. That was
less than the Super League protest, man. Oh my god.
Hey, what kind of protest is that? I ain't heard of that before, man. Come on, man. But yeah, man. Bless. I'm on here, man. I'm here to shit talk, man.
Yeah, Fathur, is that how we would pronounce your name? I really want to pronounce it.
No, it's Fathur. It's Fathur.
Fathur. Welcome to. Listen. Disappointing result this morning. I thought you were closer to the win than actually Liverpool, to be honest. That goal, man, it was just very unlucky. But how are you feeling after that? Are you like a little bit disappointed? Are you hopeful? Did you see some spark there?
I feel like in that second half, I think we were the better team than Liverpool. You can see in the first half, I think we were a bit slow in terms of the building progression into the final third. But then in the second half, once we brought on Mudryk, boy, our game looks completely different up front. It looks like we found a gem in this Mykhailo Mudryk, man. I thought he was superb, man. Big up for his debut as well for today. That goal could have been a goal of the season, though. It could have been goal of the season. It was unlucky for him, man. But
where are you getting goal of the season from? What? That's what I expect from a £100 million player for Tur. That's exactly what I expect.
Cause you seen me in the on the away game, yeah. I never jumped out on my seat on my life since Eden Hazard Day. That's the first time.
Yeah,
Caz, very much.
that sounds like Darwin Núñez in Liverpool. You know what I mean?
Caz, you didn't know how slick that was, man. He literally passed 4 defenders, literally almost scored that beautiful goal, Caz. But
Garnacho does that every game. It didn't cost us 100 million.
yeah, but this is a first game as well, so you can allow the kid, man. Relax yourself, Caz. I don't know why you're getting fired tonight, man. I know you got a big match tomorrow, but boy, you're on fire.
Yeah.
I know, man. My team ain't joined 8th. I'm just saying that middle feel crazy, man.
Let me just pick up the people that are here first. Before okay, up the Gunners is saying, "Oi, cast mate." Bailey is here with us. Thank you, Bailey. Horad, of course, is here with us as usual. Yusuf is here. Brady Zensil is here with us. Mudryk looks good, but then anyone will shine in that shit Chelsea team. We'll talk about that. It was absolutely. I thought most of the team were not great, but we'll talk about it. Blue's here with us. What's up? Sub 2 Flying Pig United and City Extra is here. And what a finish is here. It's new names. Yara is here with us. Solo MCFC, thank you so much. But I'm going to go through the comments later, but let me just do that. You know what? How many people are here? We got like 60 people here, and then we need the likes to go up. We need 50 likes right now. Please, guys. And if you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe. Hit that subscribe button for us so you can join the chat. Listen, Fathur, you were in the stadium. How was the energy from the away fans? Were you guys hopeful when the game started? Were you like a little bit scared, fearful? How was the mood in the stadium?
No. Our away fans probably one of the best away fans in this country, as always. And the energy is always lively. Even at the early kickoff as well. And I feel like it's just the hype behind Mudryk signing that kind of caught people a lot, though. And they want to see him start, but unfortunately he was on the bench at that time because Potter did said in the press conference that he's not going to play a full 90. So it was inside the stadium. It is kind of different when you watch on TV, but it's just the away fans, isn't it? It's just the Chelsea away fans. It's literally the best, one of the best, arguably.
Is he telling the truth, guys? I'm sure you've been to a United game with Chelsea before. Is he telling the truth? Because I'm seeing all Twitter, and then everybody's like, "Yeah, we are." The people are deflated, man. Chelsea fans are deflated.
Not really. We're not really deflated in that.
You mean your fan base is split, bro? Like, let's not do that, man. We got your man like Johnny Minerals, 50-year-old man creaming over Mason Mount, brown envelopes and that, mate. 50 years old.
I can't lie. I love Johnny, but
he's literally getting a Vaseline out and a tissue, bro, and having an
absolute
run
I love Johnny, Cass. I love Johnny, but sometimes he's getting way too much, man. Literally,
man, I don't get that guy, man. He's old, you know.
He's not. He's never getting objective in terms of Mason Mount, man. He's never.
Because you know what's funny? Like, what I don't get. Mason Minerals Mount was absolute one of the shittest players on the pitch today. Yeah.
Oh, 100%. I agree.
And it's like, don't get me wrong. Like, out of all the
I would take him off early from Mudryk all day.
Your defense was impeccable. Badiashile, big up, bro. Even Kukurea, I thought he done very well. You know what? All of them, every single one of them, even Jorginho. I thought Jorginho was there, but then Conor Gallagher stinks, bro. Like, obviously, your Cobham boys are absolutely stinking up the gaff.
It's so bad. It's unbelievable.
Havertz had a good game, but second half went missing. So it's like, what did Havertz have in his food? I'm just gonna say, look, with the section of the fan base of your fan base, what I see online is that when Mason Mount is like, why have they made this all about Mason Mount? Like, oh, if the team done this, then Mason Mount might do that. I'm not trying to hear that, man. Like, you don't need to see the progression with Potter. And I think you're a Potter in, aren't you?
For me, I'm not a Potter in or out. For me, I just want to see the squad getting better, man, and I want to see some progression as well in this team. And I feel like if you look at this performance, I feel like it's the variety in our offense that kind of like kicked in a lot this game as well, and we created great chances from set pieces, and most of them are managed to generate some shots from the set of possession. We had a nice transition and a top individual quality in Mudryk, man.
I don't know, man.
I'm not sure. Let me just. Did you see £100 million player in Mudryk? Couple of runs, yes. But what about the touch? Is he like 100 million, or are we not
At the
100 million?
same
Is that the
time,
normal now? Is 100 million is the normal now because of Jack Grealish or something?
I will say this: Mudryk is also very raw technically. His technical security isn't that great, and it will become prominent when the new signing hype will fade away. And we have to be patient with when it lets him down and give him some chances. Let him make a mistake and let him figure it out. I thought today he was superb though. I thought he was man of the match so far.
He was good. He wasn't super. Like, to be honest, he was good. Yeah, good touches here and there. But you know what? I'm expecting 100 million. Like, did you see Felix's debut? Felix was absolutely immense before that record. Yeah, the record's unlucky, but Felix was freaking like immense. Like, this is £100 million player. Joao Felix, right there, right away. Mudryk, yes, good. I'm not just bashing the kid, but I'm just saying you guys are doing a Man City thing. We're like, yeah, well, Jack Grealish will come good for 100 million. Like, Mudryk, great, 100 million. You don't think that Shakhtar really, really ripped you off in this? It's like 50 million is okay.
You know what?
You say that, but for the last couple of years, we've lacked an alpha male in our attack. The guy who's going to make us his team. I feel like with Mykhailo Mudryk, he have to have that fill that void, and even in the sample size, if we can be this good with our personal deficiencies, imagine when the all players return from the injuries, it'll be different.
Yeah, I said that as well. There's something. What I saw today was a Chelsea press. It was a bit different. So Chelsea press, but it's not that hard to press Liverpool at this moment of time. But they defended well. It was more of a unit. And then now they got the likes of Reece James and Chilwell are back. Now they got Sterling just about to come back. You know, we ain't got a game because of the week of FA Cup and etc. etc. So on that note, it's like you got a bit of a break to get your players back. Then you got Joao Felix who will be back, and then you got Mudryk who's explosive but unfit. You can clearly see that man is unfit at the moment. But it's just like that's sounding. And Kovacic is yet to come back, so it's looking like Zakari is only out for a couple of weeks or a week, or was it a month? No, is he a week or 2 weeks?
Maybe a week or two, so he might be back by
yeah. Do you know what I mean? So it's looking more up for you lot than Liverpool. Don't even get me started on Liverpool. Yeah, I swear.
We'll talk about Liverpool, but
has Cody Gakpo made his debut yet, or what?
Oh my god! Man. You guys dodged the bullet there. Oh my god!
Gvardiol put Gakpo on a spliff, man. Honestly, he kept it on his pocket big time. Yeah. I didn't see Gakpo the whole game, honestly, apart from trying to winding up Thiago Silva in that defense, but.
Drop. The drop from Mane. Fathur, the drop from Mane, Firmino, Salah to Gakpo, Nunes, and this version of Salah was absolute dog shit. Salah, to be honest, is scary, man. This Liverpool spent 50 million in this Gakpo guy and 80 million in Nunes, and that drop from Mane and Firmino is massive. They were like. This guy Nunes, yes, full of running and all the stuff, but his touch is like worse than Calvert-Lewin or something. Like, it's just unbelievable.
I'm not lying. Jude Bellingham must be putting a restraining order against the Liverpool Football Club because I would not want to be going there at the moment.
Oh my god,
that club stinks, man. I don't know where it was. They played the midfield that they wanted. They played the line up front three that they wanted. Set Harvey Elliott was left wing. Of course, you ain't gonna displace Salah. You know, you had Nunes was on the bench. You had the best defense you could have, bar Trent. So he even dropped Trent from Milner, which I didn't get. He had a stinky one. And it is where it is. Liverpool are just absolutely trash and long may
Liverpool at the moment, yeah. I would say they wanted more progressive midfielders, but now they complain that they don't play the same way. And they do need different way of attacking, especially, for example, like against that Real Madrid team, like you could have argue that Nunes has brought that different element to that, and hopefully Gakpo as well this time around.
Yeah, man. I see Liverpool. Yeah, I don't know where it is, man. So I let people know a little bit something about my personal life early. Yeah. So the current girl I'm seeing in it is a hardcore Liverpool fan, and I was near that alone is near enough. You know, I want to get rid of her. You know what I mean? It's like that's out of question. But she said what made me want to stay around was this. Yeah. Is that she said she's Klopp in. And I was like, you know what? Cool. He's like, she said, no matter how bad the times are, that man has won us everything we needed to, and we got to remember where he was. It's like, one bad season, I want him gone. She said, I don't get it. And it's exactly what she said to me. And I said, so basically, she said, I'm a ride or die, man. I'll give him till next season, see what happens, and then we'll have some questions to ask because you don't want to out-welcome your stay. I was like, yeah. I was like, all right, you know what? Because of that comment, I might stick around. You know, if I'm in sickness or health, you know, I might have to wifey that one. You know what I mean? So you might have to have a little date night for that. You know what? You just earned yourself a Nando's for free. So you know what I mean? And I thought, yeah, that's good questions. It's apparently Liverpool Football Club have got no money. You know, apparently their investment, is only for a minority investment into the club itself, which came out today from Anfield Watch, by the way, letting you guys know that for free. And then it's like, I don't know what's going to go on. They still can't get no midfielder. You want to go buy Gakpo? I'm not being funny, man. You need a midfielder. That could change a whole scenario. Look, Smo, I haven't stressed it enough. Look at Man United at the start of the season. What were they missing? A midfielder, a defensive absolute giant. They got that, changes the whole look on the team, right? Why didn't Liverpool think going to buy another £50 million in a Cody Gakpo who hasn't even made his debut yet? Think he's going to solve their problems?
Dude, I think the recruitment has been atrocious in the last year or two. The problem is, if you look at it, they're spending money. It's not that they're not spending; they are spending some money from Diaz to Jota, who's injured. Yes, they're good players, but I'm sorry, if you bring a good player and he's injured all the time, then you didn't do your medical correct. It looks like, maybe I know the injury is bad, but for Luis Diaz, but he hasn't played enough. Right? When was the last time he played? Early this season? When is he coming back?
Long time ago, yeah.
We forgot about him, right? And now you go spend 80 million on Nunez, who's not good enough. And then now Gakpo, who's not technically, is not like a Firmino. And then you don't know if you're going to renew Firmino. I think the recruitment and all the things behind the scene are not working well. Plus, in my opinion, and I know your girl said Klopp in, I think he's out of ideas.
Hey, not my girl.
I think he's out of ideas. Is he not out of ideas? You don't think?
Yeah. Well, one, she's not my girl. But second of all, it is where it is, man. With Liverpool, it's hard to really pinpoint anything. Is it the manager? Is it Pep Linders? Is it FSG? If it's this or that, it's like you can point to anything, but it just looks like a squad that is bored. It looks like a squad that is deflated, and you know what? It's probably similar to something like Tottenham at the moment. Like, it's that Tottenham are better than them because the table don't lie. Tottenham players probably look bored of Conte's stuff at the moment. You know. They're probably annoyed that the guy doesn't even represent his club like that. So, but yet Conte's still getting some tunes out of their squad at least. You know, like Emerson Royale looks better than Trent this season, and that's facts. You know, it is what it is. But
you have to put solely blame on Klopp as well. Like,
yeah, you have to point fingers everywhere, man. And it's just, I just don't understand how this club is 10 points behind Manchester United currently with a squad like that. And it's gonna get worse before it gets better. And me being saying that same quote happened to me at the start of the season. Same quotes happened to Chelsea as well that I gave to what's his name, Man Knows Football. And you know, it's the same for Liverpool, man. It's just maybe next season should be better. Cody Gakpo probably will become a good player in the end, but the system has to all fall into place, and it's not happening. And I just that was Anfield against Chelsea. You should be winning that game. I'm sorry, home games you should be winning that game. And Chelsea look like the better team. They look like they were the Anfield was flat.
Yeah,
like
flat,
the atmosphere was. I heard Chelsea fans, singing the national damn anthem. What is going on?
God save our grace.
And he is here. Deji is here with us, people. He's here with us, people. Deji, welcome. Late, but late better than never. How are you feeling, man? How are you feeling? How's the energy?
Yeah. First and foremost, apologies for the late arrival. How am I feeling? Well, for me, do you know what I mean? We might as well just hand over the title to Arsenal from now, to be honest with you, because when Arsenal are having a freak season, I've been calling it for weeks now. When you see Nkiti Kati do a pirouette, do a skating on ice and banging a goal against West Ham, that's when I knew it was long for all of us, to be honest with you. And since that game, Arsenal just keep getting in points. Cass, I know your team is doing bits at the moment under Ten Hag, Ajax FC. Do you get me? If not the Netherlands, basically FC.
Wait. How many Dutch players are in my squad?
No. Let's be real, man. This man's trying to turn Manchester United.
All right, wait. Let's answer my question. How many Dutch players are in my squad?
Team, do you get me?
But how many Dutch players are in my squad?
Bruv, there's at least 7, bruv. It's almost.
There's 2.
It's like Dutch.
No, 3. No, there's 3. There's 3.
Last year, Van der Beek.
There's a bag. Everything to do with Ten Hag has just got to do with Holland. What I would like to see is can he bring in, apart from Casemiro, of course, but can you start bringing in other brothers that aren't got nothing to do with Holland?
Ericsson.
Other countries like
Ericsson.
Yeah, but Ericsson has the link with Ajax. Come on, bro.
Oh my God! But you know what it is though, Deji. You know what it is though, Deji. Yeah. Other than your 27 fans, why didn't you show up to the protest?
What's that?
Why didn't you show up to the protest and make that 28 fans today?
Outside the stadium, bro. I'm not.
No, the training session.
I'm not gonna lie to you.
The training complex today.
Bro.
Bro, where I was, bro, I was snowed in. I'm not gonna lie to you. It was -3 with the weather.
But Deji, man, apart from your talks, from your Champions League talks, if we're not gonna win a Prem, we're gonna finish second and win the Champions League and all that stuff. You got crimes to answer for, my guy. You got crimes. But it's not about Tottenham. It's not about Tottenham, though. I'm not going to make this about Tottenham, to be fair, innit? Like, everyone knows you can't rely on Tottenham. Like, never do it. Like, you went 2-0 up and you bottled 4 goals. Conte's never...
No. Can I just explain about the 2 goals and bottling the job? Let me be real with you. I said it already, and you heard me say a couple of weeks ago that when we beat AC Milan in the last 16, I would love to have City in the quarterfinals. Everyone's like, oh, Deji, what are you talking about? You're mad. Why would you want City? We know how to beat City. And in that first 45 minutes, let's just be real, we slapped them up. But at half-time, I was thinking to myself, I went, nah, do you mean to tell me we get boxed by Arsenal in our yard, we look like we don't know what we're doing, and then a couple of days later, we're going to go to Manchester and slap up City? That don't make no sense. Do you get me? But I'm not about to give Arsenal an 8-point lead. Now, we're not helping them. So for me, you can see within 5 minutes, it was 2-2. Conte told them strict instructions. Man them, what are you man doing? Why are you winning? Stop that nonsense right now. Let Man City do their thing, and we keep the people on Arsenal. That's really what happened. So I'm not going to begrudge my team for losing against City, because bro, even if we beat City, will Arsenal give Spurs fans any thanks? No, they wouldn't. So what would be the point anyway? I'm glad we lost.
Are you serious, Deji? You're not. Okay, hold on. You really think that this game, second half, people were really thinking about anything other than we won this game? The first minute, I thought the players went on the pitch thinking we already won. Job is done. We were thinking about next game. And I think it's on the Tottenham players? Absolutely, 100%.
No way.
100%. No. I'm sorry. It looked like these players came out of the dressing room thinking that we only have to defend and it's okay. We beat City in their ground. It's our ground because you beat them home and away last year. They thought the job is done, and then they got slapped. By the way, I put it on Conte first, not the players. I know he said I'm doing wonders with these players. No, I'm sorry. Conte's ideas are done. He can't get a tune out of these players. He can't get a tune out of them.
I agree.
2 goals, to be honest, are the counter attacks, and they were not one. Both of them are mistakes.
No,
both of them are mistakes.
You're right. But what you can see though is that Conte has to go. Real talk, and I tell you why. When you're winning 2-0, especially when you're away to
that is it, yeah. All right, go ahead.
Yeah, when you're winning 2-0, especially away to Man City, you should come out in the second half with confidence. The only time you don't come out in confidence is if someone scores on, if City had made it 2-1 on the brink of half-time, 46 minutes in, and you go, oh, okay, shit. There's going to be a little bit of momentum shift. At 2-0, there ain't no momentum shift. The momentum's all with Spurs. But we came out looking lackluster. And like you rightly say, my bro, we made mistakes. It's almost like we gave the game away. Now, under normal circumstances, that is rubbish. And for me, Conte has to go, because if you can't motivate the team to crack on from a 2-0 lead, then you've got problems. And the mistakes are starting to show. For me, why is Loris starting in goal? He's been making mistakes all season. Then he brings on Longley to make another mistake. Then you bring on Perisic and Sessegnon to be making mistakes. I'm done with it. So for me, it's clear that Conte's got to go. But equally, at the same time, I'm not going to lie to you, as a Spurs fan, did I want my team to do Arsenal a favour? No, I didn't. Am I glad that we lost? Shameful, as shameful as it sounds, yes, I am. I am glad.
That's absolute
Yes.
bullshit.
I don't
That's
want
absolute
these-
bullshit, Deji.
I can't believe that.
No.
No,
Okay.
hold on, stop this.
Bruh.
This is literally give me some headache. Like I've had enough of this kind of
What
Conte
do you
out
mean? You're on
debate.
the no, wait. You're on the fence with Potter in and out. What are you on about? You ain't got no red high. I don't think you can do this.
Listen. I'm not in the Potter out brigade. People, allow it.
Yeah, but
Allow
you're
it.
on the fence.
What team do you support, my bro?
No, I'm a Chelsea fan.
Okay. So
I will say this, because I've been in the pub with Conte.
I can see why, bro. I can see why.
I'm in the
Harry
trenches
Potter
with Conte in the past.
right
I
now.
will say this.
Yeah.
There's two differences here.
Yeah.
Tottenham will never have another elite manager again if they do not back Conte.
You don't
It's
need
so
to.
obvious. The squad depth and the quality is the issue. No manager, any man, you can name Enrique or maybe Zidane. They're not gonna. It's not gonna fix it, man. Because I feel like this is a dangerous game that you want your manager gone just because the board don't spend the money. It's on them.
It's not even about the board not spending the money, bro. Look, let me tell you one thing. For me, the yardstick is always in the derby. Yeah, we watched Man U play Man City last week. That's a proper derby. Both teams went toe-to-toe, and there was a winner. You know, sometimes it's Man U, sometimes it's City. At least they went for it. Tottenham, when we were shit, we would still go for it. That's why you hear fans always talk about it's a North London derby and we can't call it. Because in the derby football, anything can happen. But guess what, my brother? This season, we could call it. Every bloody realistic Tottenham fan knew that Arsenal was coming to our yard to slap us up. And that's exactly what happened. When you got Thomas Partey taking volleys and hitting the post.
Oh, that would have been goal of the season.
Yeah? Partey doesn't shoot normally, my bro. My man was experimenting on the pitch. You're taking the piss. Now, them type of things there, that can't run. So for me, if Conte can't motivate the man them to play a North London derby, then you are out. And for me, our football has been garbage. Man them running around like Kenyan marathon runners. What is this? And then you at home, Arsenal slapped us in our face. That's that there. Even me, I could take over Tottenham tomorrow and we'll do a better job.
I can tell you one thing.
Oh my god.
I like the way I thought to fix Tottenham is actually getting rid of Conte, but also some of the players. I think getting rid of Harry Kane for a fat price will help Tottenham as well in their bid. I think there's time to move a player on that doesn't want to be there. Clearly, probably ain't going to get top 4 Champions League football. Ain't really going to compete for another trophy this season alone. It's time to move. Whether it is to Man United or whether it is away to an abroad team, it's got to be done for both parties. So recoup some money and go from there. Because when you've got Jed Spence sitting on a bench, a young talent like that, when you've got Udigi coming in from Udinese anyways, you've got 2 flying wing backs. Why do you want to play wing backs? Why would you want to play a 3-back in this Premier League anyways? Have you not seen when Tottenham actually press up the field?
That's
you
the
get what
issue
I mean?
About it. Yeah.
Like they got Bentancur, who I actually quite rate. I think he had a very good game yesterday. It's just that Højbjerg and the Basuma just couldn't work with the back 3 yesterday. Basuma, it should be a flying centre mid DM type player. He's not doing it. He's not cutting the mustard. Højbjerg is playing out of his skin a bit too much, and I think he's way overrated. And I don't think he's actually mobile enough to keep going with this Tottenham team forward. The thing is, right, with the I find with Spurs, they just fall in love with these players that are just absolutely meaty. And yes, he's like playing above his level, but you want to progress. Højbjerg is not going to be. He's a good backup DM, and that's it. He should not be that proper DM. Basuma should be there. Bentancur should be there, and then you need like a Paqueta or something in that midfield, or someone that's going to create you your chances.
I agree.
Song is on his way out, and I don't even. I refuse to believe. I don't know about anyone in the comments or Mo or yourself, Fathur, as well. I just refuse to believe that Son is down and out. I'm sorry, I just don't think he's done.
Declining.
I just don't think he's interested.
It's not interest. You know what it is, and I think people have been saying it. My bro, you know, because you know Conte, you know Italian football. Conte is rigid. I had a Chelsea fan tell me that when Conte was at Chelsea, Kovacic was doing the little sideways passes. We saw the real Kovacic.
You mean Matic? You mean Matic?
Oh, Matic. Yeah, it was just sideways football. As soon as he left, the shackles was released. You got to see the real Matic. Do you get what I'm saying? And with Basuma, he's rigid. He's like, when Basuma first came to Spurs, the first thing he said was he's ill-disciplined. He doesn't know how to play my system. His system is, Basuma, I don't want you running forward. I want you to take the ball and pass it side to side. So Conte's system is restricting the man them. Really, the way I would be is like, Basuma, do your thing in the middle of the park. The other thing, Cass, thank you, Cass, because at least that's why I know you're a footballing man, and that's why it's always a pleasure to come on this show. That system doesn't bloody work with the players that he's got. How many times? What we need is a 4-2-3-1 system formation. Richarlison number 9, Son on the left, Kulusevski. Bring Kane back. He's old enough. Bring him to play the number 10 role. Bring him to do what KDB does for Man City. Bentancur, Basuma, 4 at the back. That's it. And get rid of Loris with his silly mistake. And then Tottenham is purring again. But my man has refused to change the system this season. Inter Milan, he changed the system. Chelsea, he changed the system. Tottenham, he ain't changing the system. So for me, it's change the system or get out. For me personally, bring back POCH or give us Marco Silva. That's what I'm saying right now.
Listen,
Really?
people, hit that like button for us, please. We got 120 people and we're not even on 100 likes. That's embarrassing, everybody. It's absolutely embarrassing. But listen, the last thing about Antonio Conte, I think the problem with Antonio Conte is that he has young men's son and Richarlison. Antonio Conte likes 2 forwards, and even if the second forward is like Hazard, he will play him next to Diego Costa as he used to play. At Chelsea, he had Willian and stuff, but he always likes 2 forwards, and you don't have that. Young men's son is declining, as Fathur said, and I think he's done. You need a top class forward that he can work with, and you don't have that. Harry Kane, I think, is gonna drop to be a number 10, as he said, and I don't think Harry Kane wants to be a number 9. Maybe he will go to Man United. I'm convinced that he's gonna go to Man United at the end of the season.
Nah. You know what? I would have him. But 85 million, I'm not giving that club 85 million.
No, not 85 million with 1 year.
That's 60 maximum. I'll give him 60.
Of the King's silver coins, I'm not giving 75 million.
Not gonna happen. Not gonna happen.
The last year the contract as well.
1 year left. He's gonna have 1 year left, Cass. 85.
I'd rather look. I believe. Deji. I believe Harry Kane has a good 3 to 4 years left in this game in a top level. I think because I think the game's elevated past the you're 30 and you're done. And I think he's got a big enough footballing brain to know how to play any system pretty much. I think he's capable of that. He's a complete football player. He's complete. The only thing is he ain't complete with mentality at the moment in terms of getting a trophy over the line and all this kind of stuff because of his surroundings currently. That's the only thing that he's missing. For me, I'd rather wait, as you said. If they want 75 minute, cool. I will wait till next summer for when he goes free because I'd rather spend that 75 million on a proper number, because we need 2 9s, by the way, not 1. Go get me a young boy. Go give me that Ferguson guy from what's it called, Brighton, as my backup.
Well, whatever.
Hey, man's got a duffy in his yard.
Hey, what was that, Mo? Come on, man. Sort yourself out.
What happened it for me there with the Ferguson?
Okay, I'll change him. Sesko. On it.
But anyway, I don't want to turn this into the Spurs thing. But the last thing about Spurs, if you sack Conte and you sell Harry Kane, I see you out of the top 6 and Newcastle replacing. To be honest, unless Deji, you get sold. Unless the club gets sold, and you start a new cycle of investments and
rebuild.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, otherwise, continue with the same ownership, continue with the same mentality. Newcastle are coming for everybody, and I think they're going to. Chelsea are not short of money. You can tell, right? They're after everybody. And we see Arsenal, we see Liverpool. They're going to invest. That whatever investment is going to come to them. I see Spurs dropping back to be out of the top 6 again, like the 2000s, because you're not investing enough, and the mentality inside the club is not as good as the other clubs, and it is what it is. You'll have to accept it.
Yeah, if I just say this is the final thing, and I know we've got to move on. The truth is the board has to decide. Are we a big 6 club or are we just a club on the up? I preferred it when we were on the up. What we need is that we got confused. We started to buy into this hype that we're big 6. We're getting these world-class managers in Mourinho and Conte. But guess what? You're bringing in these world-class managers on big salaries, but you ain't ready to give them the money to buy the players that they need, the 80 mil for foreigners, the Koulibalis of this world, the Antonys of this world. We're not ready to do it. I'd rather we go back, get a POCH, that type, a Marco Silva, get a player that we don't know. I mean, bloody hell, Crystal Palace just brought a boy, some American playing centre back.
Richards.
I think he's a decent player. Go and get some unknowns, put a team together, and go for broke again. Because right now, Tottenham is in no man's land, and we need a decision. But yes, please, somebody in China, somebody in the UAE, please, even in the bloody States, just buy this bloody club. Take this club from Levy because he's killing us.
Nah, wait. Yeah, Richards was good, but that was a penalty on McTominay, though. Like, let's face it. What goes around comes around, right? I suppose. You know, the VAR decision for us, what goes around comes around. They done that on purpose. They said, yeah, it should have been a draw at Old Trafford. They should have been a draw. We're not going to give this one. That's what happened. I'm telling you that now. I don't even blame refs, but that was bad. That was poor. Yeah. That's nearly just as poor. Like, you get taken out of the box, any fan's going to be screaming about that. Like, obviously, that happened a few days ago. We've got Arsenal tomorrow, man. It's like, but, Brighton, yeah, they're different. They're actually built different. I'm not being funny. I thought Potter leaves. I thought Potter was going to leave, and this club is just going to absolutely go meltdown. Like I thought Zerbi wasn't going to do it. He's doing a better job than Graham Potter ever did. So maybe Chelsea should go sack Potter, give us to England, and then go get the Zerbi instead. What do you think about that?
Nah, I would. Nah. Let's not do this.
I think it's a great choice.
I would stick with Paul at the moment. I just want to see if he can bring his own players in, and I would give him another season. Like let's let him bring some of the players in, and let's see by next season. By next season we can judge him. It depends on how many players that we're going to sign. We do need midfield. We do need a right back. We do need a striker up front that is clinical, that can play alongside Felix. If we sign permanent,
you mean you got Nkunku coming next season? You want more players? You man even want Caicedo this month.
We want Caicedo. We want Enzo next summer, bruv. There's options.
I don't think you get Enzo next summer. I think that's done.
You reckon?
I think you fucked up. Yeah, you lot messed up, man. You think you're gonna look? You know how many clubs are gonna go hunting for that guy's signature in the summer, including probably Man United. Maybe Man City even might go for him. You get what I mean? I think a lot of clubs are going to come in for this boy, and I don't think you're going to be the one to secure it.
I think you're not going to go for Declan Rice.
Huh?
No, I think Declan Rice is going to Arsenal.
I think that to Arsenal, you lot are just going to hijack, because all you man's strategy is, they want that player. All right, let's see what he's like. Okay, we'll take him, because we ain't got no transfer strategy. You know, we got no one in the back room. Let's go take him instead. That's what your club does. Your club's an absolute classless joke.
Because Potter doesn't have any, like, Fathur, you're talking about let him get his players. Graham Potter doesn't have a player. Graham Potter worked with what he had at Brighton. And he's great in putting a system. Yes, he put a system, but then the Zerbi came in, and now we see the fruit of that system, but with a better manager that can put like stuff together so that he score. Look at Mitoma, look at Trossard, look at even like everybody on that Welbeck now. Like, they are playing a better football. I don't think Potter should be a long-term player. I don't think it should be a long-term plan.
I would not blame some of the performance on Potter in some case. I think there's some of the players that we need to get rid of, lots of Havertz, lots of Pulisic, that injury prone, lots of deadwoods that still stuck here for a long time since Roman regime though. So it'll be interesting as well in the next couple of windows, and you'll see Bowley can clear a massive overhaul in that dressing room.
So these players are not good enough this year for tour, or because they won the Champions League, you guys were like top of the league at some point.
I feel like we just need a new squad. I think a new fresh squad at the moment, because I feel like some of these squads are literally declining. Lots of Aspie declining, lots of I would say Jorginho literally declining. Kovacic is also injury prone. Kante is also injury prone as well.
I swear you've offered him a new contract.
I don't like the way you man just play.
I would keep Kante, but he has to take a pay cut.
With all the stuff that he's done for you, man.
He had to take a pay cut. Other than that, I think
what's his wages on?
He's only like on 100k a week. It's not a lot.
Is it?
Kante's not on a lot.
No, he's on 270ish.
Then Reece James is getting more money than Kante, I swear.
Oh, is he?
No.
I mean, apparently Mason Minerals.
No, Kante's getting more money than Reece. No, Kante's getting more money. He's on 270k. Yeah, Kante's on 270k, guys.
Yeah, You man got blood on your hands, man.
The
But
only
Oh my
thing
God,
I would say about
I
You're
would,
on
I would
football.
also solely blame this on the previous regime, Marina, because she's the one that handling all the transfers.
how is it?
No.
Yeah,
You're like gonna
It
buy
was a mess.
everybody. You're gonna spend
It was-
1 billion for tour between like the Lukaku deal and the next 2 windows or something. £1 billion. Can you imagine that? You got in 4 years. It's unbelievable, to be honest.
And we done that in 10.
Exactly. Manchester City done that in 10. They're gonna do it in 4 years. 4 years. You're gonna spend it. You're already on a £580 million.
Oh my God, you sound like a jealous.
Let me ask you a
I'm
question.
I'm very
Let me ask-
jealous, of course. What I am,
Are you
but you're not
are you
even
Ma-
getting better. You're not even getting better.
Are you Mason? Would you pay Mason Mount his 300k that he wants a week?
Oh my God.
No. At the moment, no. At the moment, with the performance that he has last couple of games, no. I won't do that.
Man. But you know what? Do you reckon Brighton gets raided this summer? They could make some serious dough. Like they just slapped Leicester. Well, they didn't slap Leicester, but Leicester done well to get that 2-2, and then they conceded right at the end. But
I didn't see the score earlier, so
it was
I might-
2-2. It was 2-2. Like
Leicester.
right at the end, that Ferguson scored a header. Like it was a good header as well. You
Well,
know,
I was on the train, man. So
Matoma is special.
Oh yeah, man.
oh yeah, he is. Oh,
Tell the
mate,
people
Mitoma.
about Mitoma 1-on-1 on the left behind the defense.
love-
The
I
guy
love
is
that.
absolutely great.
But this is
Fantastic.
This is what I'm talking about. How come that these men are able to find players like him, and Spurs, we can't find players like these? I'm looking at clubs. I'm looking at players like Podence, Neto. Do you get what I'm saying? Some of the kind of Brentford players that are balling at the moment. Look at all the players that are coming into to Brighton, and I'm thinking, what the hell is my club doing?
Reg,
What is the point of recruitment?
you do realize Conte is not committed to a long-term project. There's been no signs that you're not going to back him or his back five at the back system. You got lots of Jet Spence, and literally Conte doesn't fancy him. And we already now 10 days before the window closed, and you haven't signed someone.
The problem Tottenham have at the moment, sorry to go back to my club, sorry, but the problem is, with the way that we're playing football, it is so poor. The board is thinking, we go and spend another 100 mil for Conte, and this rot continues. We're going to have to sack him and then bring in another manager, and guess what? Who can't work with Conte's players. Do you get what I'm saying? And then we're in another mess. We spent all this money again, and we can't work it. So the club's trying to work out. They're waiting to see whether there's going to be a turnaround in form. And if there ain't a turnaround in form, I don't see them buying any players for Conte unless we see wins. And for me right now, I hope we lose to Fulham on Monday, and I hope we lose to City next week. Because if we do, then Conte's got to go. Simple as that.
You know what? Wait. Let me ask you then, Dej.
Oh my God.
On about that slightly. What was I gonna say? It's literally just skipped my whole mind what I was about to ask him. Shit, damn. I was just thinking. What was it? It was a good question as well, man.
Okay, by the time you think, hey guys, we need to reach 150 likes. I'm sure there's like 70 of you guys. 70 of you haven't reached. That haven't hit the like button. I need to do it now. And if you're new to the channel, please subscribe. Hit that subscribe. But anyway, you have the question, Cass, now.
No, man, I can't even remember, bro. But it was a good question, and I can't even remember it. Like, I'll be so. Oh yeah, how are you even gonna sign anyone when your director of football is a criminal?
Oh yeah, apparently he's getting arrested, didn't
No, he's getting a 2-year ban. He's a criminal. So Tottenham Football Club are criminals.
Bruv, do you know what? I'm not even gonna lie. And the thing
God.
goes from bad to worse. And this is what I'm saying. Tottenham, we kind of lost our values and what we're about in these last couple of years. That's why I don't rate the Mickey Mouse Cups, the Carabao Cup and the FA Cup.
You don't have any right to call it any sort of cup when you can't even win it.
Because in our quest to appease people like you, Cass, and all them Arsenal cronies, you keep trolling man on a daily basis, we lost sight of the bigger picture, which is about our club playing with the big boys, becoming a top 6 team. And then that's when you start attracting people like Paratici. You start attracting the mafia into the thing, and the whole thing messed up anyway because he's banned for 2 years. So it's a hot mess. Levy needs to come out as well. To be honest with you, we need to start again. For me, this season is mash up. The only thing Tottenham can do right now, and I don't want anyone to tell me otherwise, unless otherwise happens, is win the Champions League. For me, that's the only way Spurs can save their season right now, is winning the Champions League.
What are you saying? Champions League. But anyway, talk to me about the 60 million forward that can't score a goal. The guy cannot even play football, man.
That was a big waste of money, man.
You're absolutely
your camera's off, by
His
the way.
camera's off.
Guys, no, I'm not. Don't do that. He's hardly played. He's been injured pretty much most of the season. Let's just be real. He's been injured pretty much most of the season.
About
you saw what he did for Brazil. You get me? And the thing is, Tottenham are playing him out of assist. They're not even playing him in his rightful position. Let's not criticize. It's like Cass. I know you back in the day. You get me? When we were growing up, my man Cass was a striker, ladies and gents. Cass is banging in goals, and it's like
you're a Marshall in Cass. You're Marshall.
I'm not a striker, bro.
If you put Cass centre back,
well, you're Kai Havertz then.
It's laughing season.
No, it's not, because I'm actually I'm not even a centre back, but I was a midfielder that couldn't be bothered to run, so I went fullback.
Oh, you're a Casemiro then.
No. I'm a fullback. I'm more of a wing back, if anything, and I can play centre back. So you just your whole thing there, Deji.
I'm telling you, if you man are playing out of position, you can't. You're asking Richarlison to do something that if he was on the left, I'd understand your point because that's where he was playing for Everton, or if he's a number 9. But Tottenham's playing him on the right. That's like playing Kane centre midfield and then criticising him for not being, scoring the same amount of goals he's been scoring over the last few years. That's just, I'm not having that. I think Richarlison needs to be respected, and that's why I gave you a lineup that includes Richarlison starting, because right now my man's on the bench. That we're treating him like he's Nketiah K. How disrespectful is that?
Richarlison is Calvert-Lewin in this fight, man.
Can I ask you, what's the point of you guys signing him in the first place?
I didn't understand that ever.
He's not great.
He was supposed to. He was supposed to play so that Kane could get some rest, which makes sense. We wanted Kane to rest, and he ain't really
you paid 60 million for a guy to.
So a guy for a striker that only scored 11 goals in the Premier League last season. I mean, in the season before, last season.
Richarlison is a big game player.
No, he's not.
And he can.
But this is what I mean, Reggie.
He proved it for Brazil. I disagree. You don't get into that Brazilian squad if you're not a big game player.
Okay, cool then. All right, then let's say this then. Yeah, cool. Then Weghorst done more than that. Can score twice. Yeah, when it mattered for his country. Yeah. Is he a big game player now?
You know what? I'm not gonna lie. I'm surprised that you man got him, but Eric Ten Hag has got a thing for Dutch players, in it, so I'm not surprised.
No, because
he was at Burnley. Let's be real.
Yeah.
No, he wasn't. He
wasn't at Burnley.
No, he went to Fenerbahce and got involved in 14 goals in half a season.
Fenerbahce and then on loan.
Besiktas.
I mean, it was on loan. He was on loan.
What I'm trying to say is,
did he do anything?
He has been. But Burnley is a dead club.
So
it's easy. Like you could play Messi or Ronaldo in their prime in Burnley, and they still wouldn't do shit in that team. Yeah, it's not the point. He's not the best player in the world, yeah.
I don't think he's going to do anything.
But he's a good.
You know the difference. You know the difference, Cass, is that exactly. You know the difference, Deji, is that you're coming here and you're trying to convince us that Richarlison is a world-class player or is a great player, and he's not.
It's
the same as you tried to convince us in the beginning of the season. Your squad is not good enough, and it doesn't matter if it's Bissouma, Richarlison. You got tricked into these signings. You got tricked into signing Richarlison by Everton. They robbed you of 60 million. They did.
I'd rather have a Wobie.
That's hard. I think Richarlison is a player, and that's why I've gone for the Marco Silva shout, because Marco Silva brought Richarlison to the Prem when he was at Watford, and he was doing bits at Watford.
All right, I can give you two then. Wilfred Zaha probably would have cost you peanuts in the summer. He's in London. There's a guy right there who's willing to actually run and beat a player and actually get past somebody. A like replacement for Son. Play left or right. There you go. There's one of them.
That's a good shot.
Michael Elise, it's similar to Kulusevski, by the way. Elise would have cost you 30 million in his buyout clause at the moment. He ain't got that much to think. That's a like-for-like replacement with Kulusevski, and you wouldn't have had that. That's 60 million, 65 million that you could have got from Palace and said, told that we're the bigger club, you can't do nothing about it.
I agree. Look, I'm not going to lie to you, and this is why I said that Tottenham currently sit
Trossard in the summer, maybe.
Yeah, you're right. These are better players, cheaper players that we should have gone for, and that's why the whole recruitment team need to lose their job, because there are better players that you've mentioned that make more sense, but Tottenham didn't go for it. I think the only thing that Tottenham tried to do was they tried to appease Conte by going for a name. Whether you like him or not, whether you think he's world class or not, Richarlison is a name.
You could have got Skriniar. PSG deal fell through. No one came for Skriniar in the summer, so that went down. You could have got him for a cheap, or like not cheap, but
Bastoni, I think.
But Bastoni was off limits.
Tottenham don't want to pay release clauses. We've been after Pedro Porro for pretty much the whole of Jan.
Just for a difference of 5 million euros. For a difference of £5 million.
I mean, and that's what happened with Mane. Mane, we offered 30 mil. We dug our heels in. And in the end, Liverpool offered 5 mil more, and the rest is history.
Are you the only club in the Premier League that does this? Everybody else, they want their player, they just go get the player. Man United said we're gonna pay for De Jong. De Jong, like Barcelona didn't want to sell. They wanted to pay for Casemiro. They pay for Casemiro. Arsenal, they pay. But you're the only club in the Prem that doesn't want to pay for players. Bastoni, you can't say over like he wasn't available. No, they said pay the money, we'll give you Bastoni. They said, pay the money, we'll give you a Skriniar. It was just a matter of money. Your club didn't want to pay the money, and now you went and invested in a couple of players that didn't work out, to be honest. How many games did Suma play? I'm just keep going back to this because it looks like it's still happening, Digi. It's still happening with Poro now. It's still happening with all the players you want. So it's not going to get better. That's the problem. That's what I'm seeing.
No, look, legitly, I think you're right. I think something major has to happen. But what I will say is this, is that we know that I think now, and I hope the Spurs faithful can finally accept that Pochettino was the best thing to happen to Spurs. I disagree with any fans, he's in the past, why would you go back to your ex? The truth of the matter is he wasn't given a fair crack at the whip. We did not support him, and he got us into a bloody Champions League final. I'm just going to be honest. I never expected Spurs to get to quarterfinals in the Champions League, let alone the final in my lifetime, and yet we managed to do it under POCH. So I think he deserves another crack at the whip. Someone who ain't going to spend any money. If Levy wants to stay and they're not coming at the club and we ain't going to get some big investor, then we need to bring back POCH, because he's the only manager that I know that can work with such a rigid system. If not, he has to get out. Or, like you rightly say, if we continue like this, then, mate, I fear for my club. I fear that we do at Everton next season, because that's another team on the way out of the Prem.
I do have criticism at Conte at times, and it would be that Conte does have an unwillingness to alter his tactics in the interim until you guys have that ideal squad. At the moment, it just can't carry out what he would like to do, but he's not budging in adjusting the plan in a way.
This is why Conte will fade out as a manager within the next how many years, man? Just like most of them. Mourinho doesn't want to adapt. Fading out as a manager.
He wants to get sacked, I think, Antonio Conte.
He's waiting for the money. He's waiting for the money.
I think he wants to get sacked because he knows that the club is not going to spend enough for him, because when he went to Inter the first year, he said, I want this, I want that. We spent 80 million to Man United on Lukaku. Cass, I think 80 million for that. We spent money. We spent about and for Italy to spend 150 in one window was a lot of money. But he challenged for the league, and then he won it the year after. And it doesn't look like Spurs are willing to do that for him. I think that's
so. Talking on managers, then let me ask you boys. Then I'm gonna flip the script a little bit. Then let's talk on Liverpool for the last 10 minutes or something. Then does Klopp deserve to get sacked? Do you think he should go? Considering Liverpool's position at the moment, he's not getting a tune out of the players. What do you think? Because I said my piece in it. I don't think he should. No. Or is it just the team? Or is it the manager? Is it Pep Linders? Are we going to keep making excuses? The man at the control is meant to control the whip. He ain't controlling the whip.
That's exactly what you just said.
It's awkward. It's awkward questions, isn't it?
It's awkward
Excuses,
question.
excuses all the time. They are trying to make excuses for Jurgen Klopp. Every Liverpool fan isn't that right? Isn't that what we're seeing?
Yeah, you can say that in that sense, but then again, we haven't seen FFG spending a lot of money like.
Oh, really? Now, Mo take the whip on that one.
Come on. Did you see how much money they spent in the last just 2 years? I know that they sold money for 50.
Yeah, but
remember in 2 years they got a top. Go ahead, but they got a top center back.
They spent a lot on way too many attackers. They should have been focused on that midfield. 100%. The defense are declining. Van Dijk's literally on his last legs of his career.
So they signed Konate.
They signed 80 million Nunes pounds.
Yeah, Luis Diaz,
Jota 50 million.
How many attackers did they want? They're not gonna sort their problems out until that midfield.
So whose fault is that, Fathur? It's Klopp, who came publicly and said we don't need a midfielder. It's his fault. It's definitely his fault.
I forgot again. When did he say that again? I forgot.
He said that in the summer.
No, he said that as well recently in January, innit?
Again. He said that again. He said, I don't think this is the right time to sign. He literally said that.
They wanted Tchouaméni. They wanted Tchouaméni and they diverted the whole thing. And then,
Hey, what is with this German managers, man? They don't want to midfield, man. What's wrong with you?
You know what it is? I just feel like...
Bro, this is exactly the same thing that I heard with Tuchel. I'm like, you don't want to midfield. Why?
That's why I don't want Tuchel at Spurs, and that's why I ain't mentioning him. But look, I just feel like, look, Klopp put Liverpool back on the map, my guys. He deserves to have a blip. I mean, football, let's be real, because sometimes when we talk about teams and we talk about managers, I feel like we're not really respecting the environment, the league. The Premier League is the hardest league in the world. Mm-hmm. We have the best players in world football in our league. The best managers. It's tough. You're going to have a blip. That's normal. People are spending P's. Players are on P's. Do you get me? The amount of money in the game, it's a lot. In 7 years, this is the first time that we can see that Liverpool look a little bit rocky. I think he's built enough credit to ride the storm. Bloody hell, the person who don't deserve the credit that he's getting right now is bloody Lampard. I'm surprised he's still in the job.
Yeah.
Them men look like they're going down. But Klopp, with all that he's done, he deserves time. And that's why I'm pissed at Tottenham. Because Pochettino was there for 5 years. He got us to a Champions League final. He built credit in the bank. 3 months into the season, we done him. That's dirty. And we deserved what happened next. And that's what we're currently
I'll give you an example. Pep Guardiola, when he came in 2016-17 season, I think they finished 16 points behind Chelsea.
I think it was fourth, and I think he finished fourth.
They shouldn't finish third. They didn't win anything that year.
Yeah. So they literally revamped the squad. And I feel like the key sentence that people need to realize, providing top managers with the financial backing is just crucial. Let's say if hypothetically, if Pep was given the reins and same financial backing, he would not be able to achieve more than Conte.
Yeah. I said that, and someone criticized me the other day. I said, I'm not sure if Pep could do anything with that Spurs squad.
Probably
under
not.
the current circumstances. I'm not sure. People are like, what do you mean? Are you saying Pep's not a good manager? I said, no, I'm not saying he's not a good manager, but he's been given the resources to do his thing at City. And every club he's been at, he's had the resources. Let him come to lowly Tottenham and be dealing with Levy, and let's see what he gets out of these players. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And on that, listen, we've been going for an hour. It's a lot of talk about Spurs and Chelsea, Liverpool. One thing I think I will see in the morning is Lampard get sacked tomorrow morning. I think I will.
Moyes
won today. So, but anyway, I think Lampard is going to get sacked in the morning. At least Moyes won. They're idiots if they don't sack him. The team is atrocious. I was watching the game. The team was terrible. But anyway, listen.
The board is backing him, though. The board have come out to say that they are backing Lampard.
They're going to get relegated.
That don't mean shit, man.
They're going to get relegated.
I think they're going to hold it down. I swear that if you
Everton are serious.
I just feel that they're not sacking Lampard.
Everton are on a serious level of getting relegated this season again.
Good, man.
Again.
Yes.
Good. I don't want Everton away. It's shithole anyway.
Anyway, listen, people, this is just going for an hour. Tomorrow, make sure it's rivals, not virals. 12:30, right?
12
Is it
o'clock.
12 o'clock? Check that
Shit
out.
talking.
Yeah, this is put the notification on if you haven't, so you know when we go live. Thanks, Cass, always co-hosting. Thank you so much for being here with me. Fathur, appreciate it, man. Appreciate it coming here. Deji, always class coming here. Thank you so much. And people, remember to hit that like button if you haven't. Subscribe if you haven't, to join the channel. The notification is very important for us. We really appreciate you. Hopefully, guys, we'll see you tomorrow at 12.
You know what? I know we're about to wrap it, yeah. But I'm not joking. So let me announce quickly, yeah. See rivals, yeah. We're gonna do it on Tuesdays at 6 as well.
Yes.
It's all it's a lot of shit. Like, I swear, a lot of shit. Like we're not create shit on a 12 o'clock on a Sunday afternoon. But we're doubling that shit. See, when you go to the toilet, bro, and you know that ones when you jump on the bus or your car, yeah, and you're burst, bro. As soon as you get that door, wow, bro, you got to bet. Bro, that's what's going to happen. That's what happens with our panels, man. So you better absolutely smash the notification bell. If you don't smash the notification bell and never a foul, then you're a joke, man.
Absolutely, 100%. It's right there. You can see it on the screen. But listen, from all of us here on Never a Foul, thank you so much. We really appreciate you guys. And hopefully, we'll see you soon.